February vlog. I don't know if this lighting is good on me, but whatever. Anyways, so my goal has always been to film and edit one and post one video per month. And last January, I'm so happy because I had been consistent with filming, and there has been a lot of things that happened. So I also had a lot of great footage, and I was able to post 3 videos, which is 2 more than my original goal. But for this month, February, there's really not a lot that happened, and I think I implied this in my last January vlog that something kind of happened um, at the end of January, and so for the first 2 weeks of February, I was just recovering. I'm still recovering. I'm not fully healed yet, I'd say, because my stitches are still healing and I do suffer. I mean, I'm laughing now, but I'm not really laughing. But I think I'm suffering from PTSD. Like every time I close my eyes or like have a moment to myself, it just hits me once again. So anyway, before I proceed. Anyways, so I'm recording this on the night of February 14th. So as we all know, February 14th is Valentine's Day or the Heart's Day. So I wanted to film about my favorite books because they are the things that I love the most right now. But before that, I feel like I should talk about what happened on the night of January 30th. So what happened was we were in Baguio and we had a free time, so we went to Burnham Park around 6 p.m. Uh, we had a hard we I mean we had a happy time. We had a chance to go to the bike lanes and stuff like that. We were actually on the way back to our hotel that time, and um if you if you were in Baguio this time, you would know that they closed out the lake. I'm not sure if it's a lake or the pond in Burnham Park. And then there were a lot of stalls or like tents, vendor tents that were setting up, but the sidewalk was very dark. There was not a lot of street lights. So that's the and it was already almost 7, so you could just imagine it was kind of dark in there. And then one of one of the people that we were with, she wanted to go to the toilet, and I was just going back. I accompanied her to where the toilets were, and then I was just coming back, and I didn't see there was like a wire, just like a big fence wire on the pavement. It was very dark, and the color of um the fence was brown, and it was on the floor on the pavement. It was very dark, and what happened was basically I tripped on this fence wire, and it was just very sudden. I can't even like remember exactly like how it happened. I felt it was like when I think about it, all I can remember was the impact on my face. So I fell flat. I fell flat faced on the pavement, and my glasses that time broke, and so I couldn't really see for a few days after that because I couldn't use my glasses. My glasses broke. My I had like scars or injury here, and I don't know if you can see. I also have like a scar here, and my but the biggest um the biggest one was I had a laceration inside my lip. So this was just very big. It was very it was like very big. I looked like I had lip fillers. So I'm just not gonna show you how it looks like right now. But during that time it was very big. Try to post like a photo after this one. But yeah, so like it was really big, and it's because I had a laceration inside. So they had to stitch that, and I also had like um here I had another laceration here. So that was that. I think my first thought was if my teeth were okay. Because I tasted blood, and instantly I was just like, my teeth are, I'm gonna fucking pass out. Sorry for the language. I was gonna pass out if like my teeth, something happened to my teeth. And I was bleeding in there, and I had a bruise on my chest, on one side of my chest, and on my right knee. Well, it's so like for a few days, I think about it. I still get. I feel like I'm not. It's not a feeling, but like I'm traumatized. Basically, that was the first time I got into an ambulance. You know, and but that I was in the ER for me, and that they had to do stitches. That was my first time, and it was. I think I was just very tired by the end of it. We were going back to the hotel to have our dinner, and I didn't have any food since lunch. I was looking forward for dinner and for like a really good sleep. Okay, so no, this I'm sorry. This happened on the 29th. It was a Friday. Um I'm mixing up my dates. Anyways, it was a Friday. Now I remember because I was planning to like when we get back to our hotel and had our dinner, I would just settle in for the night and watch the Bridgerton series first part because it just dropped, and that happened. So we were in the ER for until 10 p.m. Um, it's like 7 to 10, almost 11 p.m. And it was, I won't say it was scary because the person with me, she's a nurse, and she was very reassuring. I was just very tired, and I was I was tired by that time. Like I would just wanted to go home, but I also know that I have to have those stitches, and I'm just like my body was aching. Um, and I just really wanted to like for that day to be over already, which was sad because it was like our last full day in Baguio, and the days before that I had a really good time. So it was just an unfortunate accident, and I tell myself, that this is a good story to tell the grandkids someday, but right now, like after the accident, I couldn't look at my face straight on the mirror because I was just it was swelling a lot, and I looked like I was punched. I'm just I feel so lucky that it wasn't like on front of my face, and so it didn't broke my nose, and that it didn't break any teeth as well. Although my glasses were, I was just kind of sad for my glasses. They are expensive. I was hoping I could use like 5 more years out of those glasses, but unfortunately, had to listen to that accident. Fortunately, none of the glasses, although it did shatter, but none of them went inside my eyes. So that's another good thing that happened. Um, yeah, so right now my lips are still, you can tell, my lips are here, my right lip, my upright upper lip is still swollen. So the stitches are still healing. So basically, the first 2 weeks of February, I just didn't want to do anything else. I just wanted to, I don't know, I felt like because I had a really good January, I felt like I was like I was doing really great. I felt great, and just suddenly like took a sharp turn, and like my energy just went whack, you know. So like for the first few days in February after we came back to Cebu, I just I didn't know, how to navigate those emotions. I couldn't I couldn't look at myself in the mirror, and then every time I close my eyes, or every time I have like a moment to myself, I would remember the impact on my face and wince, and it's just like I know it's never going to happen again, but like every time, like just walking, I would feel like I'm like falling again, like it's gonna happen again. So there's that. And even when like I live on the second floor, I'm not live, but my room is on the second floor of our house, and every time I have to go down, I have to like be very careful because I feel like I'm gonna fall down those stairs, and I could walk those stairs without the lights, and now I'm just like very scared. So yeah, so that's my February. Aside from the fact that I did go to work like after a few days, once the swelling kind of went down, it wasn't so much. So I went back to work, and that's what I did for the last few days I worked. So there's really not much footage, but I think, um to segue into the next portion, which is talking about things I love. So I'm going to talk about my books first of all. I've been needing to film this, my favorite books, but I haven't had the time because it was kind of, how after the holiday rush, and then there's like another rush of just going back into the rhythm of things. So it was just kind of hard to find the time to really sit down and do this video. So I've been thinking, actually, if I should put this on the YouTube video, or I should start like a TikTok video. But anyway, I might post this. Like this is an actual decision making here. Um yeah, I think well I'll talk about this and then I'll also film, because why not? I'm gonna film another one for the TikTok video. So la National Bookstore has a sale on, like, a grand sale for like a week in SMCT Cebu, and I was able to visit last February, on the 12th of February. And so I'm just on Thursday. That was on Thursday. Yes, on Thursday. So I have a major book haul which I will show later on, and then